everybody, and welcome back to Stacy's Test Kitchen for another installment of You Can Make This. Today, we're making... What are we making? We're making pasta bolognese. Now, you probably know that to be spaghetti and meat sauce. It looks like this. Don't let the red tablecloth fool you. This is disgusting, and it's not even Italian. We're going to take what you would call spaghetti and meat sauce and turn it into this. Pasta bolognese, or in Italiano, ragu alla bolognese. Stick around. So why don't we start by telling everybody where we got this recipe from?
Online.
We got it online, but there's a whole thing. You see, I showed you that disgusting spaghetti with meat sauce before, right?
Yes.
That didn't really come from Bologna, the city. Here's a picture of Bologna on the map. Well, Bologna on the map, right there, northern Italy, right, away from the oceans and stuff. This is a northern Italian dish. Would you say that?
Yes.
In Bologna, they don't use tomatoes for this. What? No tomatoes? Blasphemy. They don't even use garlic, am I right?
Right.
So what's in this? We're starting with let's start about the recipe first. We got the recipe from a guy, Pellegrino Artusi. Pellegrino Artusi wrote the first Italian cookbook in 1891. Wasn't really a cookbook. It was more of a guide to eating well. It was called Science in the Kitchen and the Art of Eating Well. In Italiano, you were good at that. Can you try that?
La
scienza di cucina.
La scienza in cucina. E l'arte di mangiare bene.
And the art of eating well. L'arte mangiare bene. Where he proposed this recipe for, I can't pronounce it. I got to think of it. Ragu alla bolognese, or what you would call pasta bolognese. We're starting with 1 medium carrot, chopped very fine. Mm-hmm. 1 stalk of celery, we're using 2 there. 2 stalks of celery, also chopped fine. This is actually like a filler because we're not using the 3 meat mix that we use for the meatballs, the pork, veal, and beef. Because this is being like a peasant type dish, they didn't have all this meat. So we are going to use, how much meat now? Beef, a pound of beef and pork, a half each, right? Yes. Half a pound of beef, half a pound of pork. The rest, this diced, not even diced, it's a finely chopped carrot, celery, and an onion, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to throw that in the pan. We'll show you that when it's done. Stick around again. Now, the recipe does not call for garlic, but... Really? We're putting the garlic in. How many pieces of garlic are you putting in there? How many cloves?
I only have 3. And one of them's small.
We're putting 3 small cloves of garlic in here. Why don't we use garlic in this?
In that area where Bologna is, there's not as much garlic.
They don't have the garlic indigenous to the area, so they don't use it. Go figure. We're putting it in, though. Don't tell anybody. Okay, vegetables are ready. Now in comes the garlic, 2 cloves, chopped finely. And what comes next?
Then it's going to be pancetta after.
Then we're going to put in the pancetta. Now, if you don't know what pancetta is, we're going to show you. That's another kind of meat. It's like, it's Italian bacon. I've been told not to say it's Italian bacon because it's actually not a good way to describe it, but it does come from the same part of the pig that the bacon comes from, only a little to the side. We'll show you how to what that looks like, because you can get it. Stick around. Okay, we're ready to add the pancetta. Why don't you show everybody what that is and what we're talking about with this? I wanted her to tell you what it was, but she didn't.
Oh,
it's
here.
like
No, look. It says Italian-style bacon.
Italian-style bacon. And look how it comes. It's like chopped up, cubed in a... What size package is that?
4 ounces. It's exactly what we need.
We're putting the entire 4-ounce package in. Okay, here we go. That's fine. And in it goes. That's fine. That's fine. And now you stir it up. I'm taking over this show.
Oh, you did a good job.
I did a good job. Now this is going to render some fat, and that'll be more flavor. It's all making gravy, folks, because we're not using tomatoes. This is going to be in. This is going to coat the pasta and give it this texture that is just unlike anything you've ever had. So how long on this before we put the next meat in?
This needs a couple of minutes to be by itself.
What are we browning this? Are we clearing this out?
Yeah, I like it to get a little brown.
I like to say we're rendering
Yeah.
the fats and oils. So they blend with the vegetable juices to help make this.
I don't want it to be like a cube that's sitting there.
Once we tried this without the pancetta and we just said, well, let's just chop up some bacon. That was a bad idea. Don't do it. Way too much bacon. I know. Too much bacon? What is he, for real? Trust me. Don't do it with bacon.
No.
I think you'd be better off doing it without any bacon or pancetta if you didn't have the pancetta, right?
If you can't do it, then just skip it all
Just
together.
skip it and go to the meat.
Right.
The meat's coming.
Yes.
This is getting better. You should smell it in here. It's really good. Okay, pancetta is ready. Everything's ready. Now she's adding, what are you doing?
This is the pork, half a pound.
Half a pound of pork goes in. What's that?
Half a pound of beef, ground beef.
Half a pound of ground beef going in. In it goes. What's next?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper to just go. We got it. We got it. We got it. I noticed you're using kosher salt, sea salt. What's that?
Sea salt.
Salt and pepper, and now she uses this branding iron to break up. Look at the colors. Hear that sizzle.
This is a helpful tool.
Okay. Meat's in, and that's going to brown now. How long does that take to brown?
A while, like 5 minutes at least.
We're going to do at least 5 minutes, and she's going to continue to break that up. We didn't think you needed to see that, but we're going to keep breaking that up until it's fine. And I guess the pieces of meat are going to match the size of the vegetables, so we're making a fine, almost like a, this is going to look like a sloppy Joe before we're done. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, in a way.
It will, trust me. I've seen it already. Then we're going to add the vino and the broth. What kind of stock, broth? What's that going to be?
Stock, beef.
Beef stock. Stick around. I keep saying stick around because there's a lot of steps here. But basically, we're doing this in real time. This is really was not a big thing. The preparation took the most time. Going to 3 different stores to get everything we needed for this and setting it all up. So all we had to do was throw it in the hot pot. But I think this is coming very well. Ready? Talk to you soon. Okay, the meat's browning, and you hear that crackling? That's how we know it's ready to put the wine in.
Yes.
I asked her before, how do we know when the wine's going in? And you said...
I want to have something to deglaze.
She wants to have something to
Like
deglaze.
bits.
And look, the bits have made like a crust. And the wine is going to go in there
Right
and wash that all away and make a tasty broth. Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, now it's blaze.
See, I see it happening. I see it. We used a dry red wine. In this case, people always ask me, well, how do I know what wine to use when I'm cooking? We always say you want to use the wine that you're going to be drinking with the meal. That way, it's one contiguous flavor experience. Am I right?
Yes.
So in this case, we're using a Brunello di Montalcino. I know, a little expensive, but this is television, the big time. We're celebrating. So we're going to be drinking the Brunello with the dinner. I'll tell you about that when we sit down. So we wanted to use a half a cup?
Yes.
A half a cup of the wine in the thing. Now look, it's not turning into Sloppy Joe yet, but it's getting redder. Hear it? Listen. If I get too close, I'll get burned. But you're at home sitting on your couch or watching this on your device in your car. Eyes on the road, by the way. But look, I'm going to get you as close as you can without... Just see if you can taste that. This is only half of it. We're almost there. But you're not going to recognize it when we're done. This is going to be one of the best things we've ever done here on You Can Make This. And you can make this. Okay, the wine has done its job. It has deglazed and just made some more goodness. And now we're going to add 14 ounces, that's 14 ounces to you and me, of beef stock.
Yes.
We got the beef stock from the store. We did not make stock ahead of time. Some people do that. 14 ounces of beef stock. Look what it did. Look what it did. Look what it did. It quieted down the sizzle too, huh?
It'll come back.
Now, before we let you go on this part, we're also going to add 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste.
Right, no tomatoes.
No tomatoes. Paste is okay, no tomatoes. If you went to Bologna and told them that you came here or saw on You Can Make This that we put tomatoes of any kind in the Bolognese, they would say, ha ha ha, Americano. Americans ruined this dish by making what you call spaghetti and meat sauce. That's not what this is. This sauce is a work of art. Here comes just the paste. What does the paste do? Why are we putting it in there if it's such a crime?
From what I understand, in the area when they first started making this dish, there were no tomatoes. Tomatoes were like brought into Italy in like the 16th century, at least that region of Italy in like the 16th century or something like that. So I guess as times changed.
But traditionally this dish did not have a lot of these ingredients in the town. They didn't have garlic. They didn't have... I bet you didn't think there was a town in Italy that didn't have garlic.
I think
you would have been wrong.
If you want it to be like a more tomato sauce with a little bit of meat, you have to go to like Naples, get more down south.
South of Rome, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong, but I think.
Sounds good to me. Looks good too. So now we've got I think we have all the ingredients accounted for now, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So now what's going to happen? Now we're going to simmer this down for an hour.
Yes.
Let's watch. I'm kidding. You're not going to sit here and watch this for an hour, but we will call you back. I'm going to take some pictures as it changes in consistency, color, and artistry and goodness so you can see what it looks like as it goes. But we'll call you back when we drop the pasta, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Don't go away. Okay, it's been like an hour. It's been an hour and a half, right? We've been cooking down this sauce, and now here it is. Now tell me that doesn't look like Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe. Now tell me that doesn't look like Sloppy Joe. She doesn't think it looks like Sloppy Joe. You look again.
It does.
It does. It's not, though. It's 10 times better than Sloppy Joe. You never had Sloppy Joe with Brunello di Montalcino in it, did you? Maybe that's a good idea. We can make that another time. Stick around. Stay tuned. Now we're going to cream it up. What are we putting in here?
Half a cup of cream.
What kind of cream?
Heavy cream.
Half a cup of heavy cream. In
if
it
you
goes.
wanna
Now
try
watch
to
what this
make it
does.
light,
Watch what
you
it
could
does.
probably
Oh
put
my
in
God, you
milk.
ruined it. You
did
ruined
not.
it. Why are we putting in the cream?
The cream will make it smooth and silky.
Smooth and silky. We like that. All right, we got it.
That
Start
is the
stirring.
purpose.
All right, here we go. Making it smooth and, what did you say, silky?
Yes.
When we come around like
smooth
this.
on the pasta.
Ah. Okay, I gotta tell you, right now it looks like you ruined it, but I know, this is she didn't ruin it. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay, check it out. Half a cup of heavy cream.
Yes.
Heavy cream?
Yeah. Oh, cream.
Heavy cream.
Yeah.
It's heavy cream.
Like you can't.
All right,
use
now
that.
what do we do?
All right, now it needs 10 minutes.
10 more minutes. In the interim, we have our pot of water for the pasta. We're going to tell you about the pasta later. So we got half a cup of heavy cream. 10 more minutes. Stir it, making it rich, thick, and velvety, right?
Yes.
All right. Oh, we're almost there. If you've come this far, thank you for hanging on. We're almost there. It is finally time to drop the pasta. But what kind of pasta are we using, Belen?
Pappardelle.
Pappardelle. What does that look like? Show us. Remember, we're on television. This is not radio. Pappardelle looks like this. It's wider than fettuccine. It's wider than linguine. It's wider than tagliatelle. It's the widest pasta you can find. It's not a noodle. Don't call it a noodle. In Italy, they'll run you out of town. Don't call it a noodle. Open this up and show them what it looks like. Pappardelle is a wide pasta. It's the closest that you would get to. If you make homemade pasta, this is what you would be making. If you rolled it out, cut it into strips, and they come in these, what they call what, Belen?
A nest.
They come in nests. Looky. And we're going to pop each one of these in here, one at a time. One at a time?
Well,
in they go, one at a time. Well,
a couple.
and we're going to cook these al dente, so that's not very
I don't
long.
want them to break.
How long are you putting them in there for?
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes tops. I think
Now I
five.
can put 'em.
I think 5 minutes is too much.
It's
begin with.
5 minutes.
I like it really to the tooth, al dente. Okay, so pasta's in the water. You're in the way here, Belen. Okay, this is our ragu alla bolognese, ready to go.
Ragu alla bolognese.
That's what I said. And we're almost there. Go wash up. We're going to be sitting down momentarily, and I'm going to also open the wine. This is so exciting. Okay, pasta's done, and it's going into the sauce. Look at this. Look at this. That was 5 minutes on the pasta,
Yes.
and now we're pulling it out, letting the water come with it, because the pasta water has some starch in it left over from the pasta, right?
Yes.
And it's all part of the recipe over on that top side there.
Okay. Now it needs a minute to just be together.
Okay.
You know, before you add cheese, let it just be together.
Action. Okay, what's this now?
Grated cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano. And you can add more to taste when you plate, but this is to turn around.
I gotta tell you, man, it looks good.
I hope. Okay. Time to plate.
Wow. Right there. Okay, you can make this. Ragu alla Bolognese. Doesn't this look better than spaghetti with meat sauce? Here's how I like to do it. I like to get one ribbon on the fork. One only. Just one. I find that one ribbon is the perfect morsel. And if it does this, I give it one last flip. That is exquisite. The sauce is divine. The pasta is perfect al dente. We are having a 2011 Brunello di Montalcino. I know the 2010 was the better one, but hey, time marches on. The store's running out of the 2010. I can't find it anymore. So, from Stacy's Test Kitchen, thank you for joining us on You Can Make This. Try this. This is awesome. Winter's coming. This is a great winter meal. Have a nice bottle of wine. Enjoy. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Ciao.